So I wanted to come on here and just make a real quick video about a valuable lesson I learned today. Now, what you're looking at here is obviously a very fouled spark plug. And so this spark plug was what was in the bike when I bought it, like a month ago. They had, when they had taken in the bike, they had, serviced it, changed the oil, changed the spark plug. And so what was in it is an NGK BR8EIX, okay? And what the manual calls for is a BR8EG, so the 8 denoting the heat range of the spark plug. So I'm not sure what the other letters mean, but they are the same heat range, so they're essentially, not the identical plug, but obviously close. So what I looked up a little bit on one of the forums, I think it was Thumper Talk, is just that like this, supposedly this BR8EIX is supposed to be more resistant to fouling, but I mean, obviously I fouled one today. So what had happened was, and I learned that, also like a contributing factor is, two strokes. So one of the contributing factors can be excessive idling. And I have to admit, I've been a little bit guilty of that, recently. So anyway, what had happened is I get on my bike, I'm all suited up, I've got my helmet on, and I forget to check in the gas tank that if I have gas. It's been like 2 short rides since I've filled up the motorcycle, but I go, oh man, I need to check how much gas is in there, because I did actually run it out of gas a couple weeks ago, not realizing, and so I let I had just kicked the bike over. It's idling a little bit, not very long either. I mean, not very long. And I go in there, I grab this flashlight in my car, out of my car, and now I've since bought an extra one, and I kill the motorcycle and obviously open up the gas cap and check in there. Oh, okay, well, I've got fuel. Start the bike back up. It seems like it's running a little bit crappy, but it's running. And I mean, I don't even get just right down the street, because I was going to ride it down the street, warm it up a little bit, a couple of passes up and down the street, very, very close to my house. Just to get it warmed up before I take it up to the spot where I normally go tool around on. And that's like 3/4 of a mile away. So I don't even get, I get down to the end of the street, and the bike, I'm riding it obviously in second gear, first or second gear. And I hit the throttle, it just roar, 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 and dies out completely, just completely cuts out. Oh man, I try to kick it over a couple of times. I know what happened. I obviously fouled the spark plug. So I end up having to push it back to the house, and I'm cussing and stuff. But I mean, at least I could have been 3/4 of a mile away, and I've been pushing it, further, which goes from a crappy day to a crappier day. Imagine if you were out somewhere desolate, right? That's why, another reason why I don't ride very far from the house. So anyway, push it back. I grab my spark plug wrench, change out the plug. I mean, wouldn't you know, it fires right up with a fresh plug in there. And so since I don't have my gapping tool yet, I'd ordered one off of Amazon. They're obviously late delivering it. So it was supposed to get delivered like 2 days ago, and I don't know, Black Friday season, whatever. So it's delayed. So I didn't want to ride the bike too far around, just ride around just to confirm, like, okay, it's running okay. I don't want to continue to prolong ride it without checking the gap. Because if you believe that these plugs come gapped from the factory, well, yeah, I'd rather check myself. I mean, if you're like me, you want to confirm yourself. So anyway, the valuable lesson here is, obviously, I'm never leaving the house again without at least a couple of fresh plugs, my spark plug gapper, and my spark plug wrench. And I've since been amassing a little mini toolkit to always keep in my backpack. And so this has a fresh plug in it, these little plastic thingies that you can keep your plugs in. So at least keep a couple of those, a headlamp, an extra flashlight, some sockets, obviously a ratchet, I got some open in / box in wrenches. They're metric. The bike, everything on the bike's metric. You know, clutch lever, brake lever. Now, so I've got some pliers here, but you know, like what's the point of carrying a big, heavy set of channel locks in there, right? So I just get away with the pliers, probably. I think I've got a smaller crescent wrench. Obviously, I'm gonna keep the spark plug wrench, which is not pictured here. It's actually sitting out on the seat of the bike. And just some, I think that's probably about it. Oh, some screwdrivers I need to put in here. But yeah, and just always keep that on me. And eventually I'm going to get a little CamelBak so where I don't have to carry bottles of water on me. And you know, because that's kind of fun. That's kind of fun to do while you're on the bike and you're trying to drink bottled water and you got a helmet on. Yeah, good luck with that, right? So anyway, valuable lesson. Don't leave the house without your little mini toolkit. Certainly some extra spark plugs and some stuff to take it out with. Better to be safe than sorry. Anyway, just wanted to throw that in there. So thanks for watching. Until the next video.